This is Micah Bach, Deputy Assistant Secretary at the Department of Homeland Security. Under the leadership of President Trump and Secretary Noem, DHS has turned the tide of crime that was sweeping through Washington, D.C. and reversed the decline of our nation's capital. While mainstream journalists write angry articles from posh homes far from violent streets, our federal law enforcement officers are on the ground, arresting criminals and defending American citizens. Violent crime in the district is down 35% in just 9 days. Robberies have been cut in half, and for the first time in a long time, no one was murdered in D.C. last week. Parents are walking their children to school again. Our streets are clean. Homeless encampments have been cleaned up, and our capital is on its way to becoming a beacon of national pride once more. This week, Secretary Noem joined President Trump on the streets of D.C., working alongside law enforcement who are clearing out violent criminals and sending a very clear message. If you break our laws, we will find you. The residents of D.C. should be able to live without fear and walk their streets in safety. The President and Secretary Noem care deeply for the citizens of our capital, and together, we're giving them back their city. This week, in New Mexico, Secretary Noem stood alongside families hit by devastating floods, heard their stories, and provided them with the resources they need to rebuild. Under President Trump's direction, federal emergency management is delivering real help, fast. Millions of dollars in aid, over 160 staff on the ground, working tirelessly until this community is rebuilt. This is a government that cares, that acts, that puts Americans first. Just south, at our border, the big beautiful wall stands tall, now being painted black as a scorching symbol of our national resolve. Too hot for criminals, cartels, or illegal aliens to even think about crossing. For the last 3 months, no illegals have been permitted entry into our country, while record-breaking statistics show over 1.6 million illegal aliens have left. These numbers will only increase. And in Nebraska, the Cornhusker clink is open. Hundreds of beds to detain and swiftly deport those who break our laws. This revitalization of our nation's capital is a small example of a larger national revival sweeping America. This is a time for greatness. President Trump and Secretary Noem are leading with strength, courage, and an unyielding love for this nation. Our citizens shouldn't face fear every time they walk out their front door. Safety shouldn't be arbitrarily based upon the neighborhood you happen to live in. Americans deserve safe streets, and under the leadership of President Trump and Secretary Noem, we are finally making America safe again. We'll see you next week.